Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, things I think get more dangerous in Ukraine, and now it seems like things move into Russia. Now, thanks to the military equipment and all the rockets with maybe longer ranges now, the Ukrainians are hitting targets in Russia, but not Russia, Crimea, or no, Russia proper. And they started now, it seems like, with a border town. So let's see what's going on. I think things are getting maybe out of control, and the Russians will use something that they did not use as of now. I'm just anticipating that. This is an article from Ukrainska Pravda from September 15, 2022. Russia's Belgorod Oblast, so in Russia. Checkpoint on border with Ukraine on fire. Vyacheslav Gladkov, the governor of Belgorod Oblast, Russia, parentheses, reported that there was a fire on the border with Ukraine near the Nekhotevka checkpoint. A custom terminal was damaged too. And this comes from Gladkov on Telegram. Quote, the shelling of Nekhotevka village in Belgorod district took place. One shell struck a petroleum station, which resulted in a fire. According to preliminary data, there are no injuries. The petroleum station has been out of commission for a while. There was no petroleum there. Units of the Ministry of Emergency Situations are already on their way. So, who shelled that? Oh, I guess the Russians. Details. Later, Gladkov added the investigation had confirmed that the customs terminal was damaged as a result of the emergency situation. As a proof of his words, he published a photo. The governor of the Russian border oblast stated that this emergency situation has occurred as a result of shelling from the Ukrainian side. Congratulations. Congratulations. Well, on one hand, I say, well, what do you want? It's war. If you look on the paper, Russia, the country, invaded Ukraine, the country. However you want to turn it, that's what it is. Those armies came here from that country into this country. Now these guys, the country that was invaded, right, has armies coming from there. They defend themselves. And they defend themselves however they can. It doesn't say anywhere in the rules of law of war. It doesn't say anything that the Ukrainians are not allowed somehow to hit the invading country's territory unless this war is controlled, is manipulated. Who might manipulate? Do you think it's the Russians and the Ukrainians? No, because the Ukrainians are not independent and sovereign. They don't do what they want. They are maneuvered by their sponsors and the guys who handle the whole thing to get to some certain goals. Now, I think it's between the Russians and the sponsors, which I think are the United States of American government. And not government, but if you want to put the military-industrial complex in it, yes, it's the government, right? So these guys are shooting now within Russia mildly. They didn't hit or shelled Moscow or other countries. Oh my God, what's wrong with me? Other cities. This is a border town, but small steps. We're going to get you to Moscow as well. So I think this is dangerous, not because they are not supposed to do it. Somehow they are not. They can defend themselves however they want. They can do it. The thing is, probably under those guys' regulations and agreements, they should not do this, and they did it, and it's not the first time. And if you remember, there were some statements coming from some big shots in Russia. One of them, I think it was Medvedev. I don't think, I know, And when said that, well, if these guys are going to shoot and attack Russian territory, then we will flatten them out. We're going to destroy them. We're going to do this and that. Well, I don't think so. I don't think so. But if these things start to occur, and it's going to become a pattern, and more and deeper, what is Russia supposed to do? I say, well, we can't defend ourselves from these guys. They're better and better. They got more weapons, more wider ranges or longer ranges, missiles provided by those guys. What are they going to do? They say, well, that's a red line for this and red line for that. What are you going to do if that red line is crossed? And I think it was already crossed a few times, so lost any legitimacy. So if you say it, if you repeat it, you just, inflate inflate the currency, which is your statement. So no, don't. I don't know what's going to be here. Don't think that the Russians will not react if they can, and I don't think they can conventionally. Because if they would have been able, they had done it. So already, and they didn't. So that tells me that it is a gap that they don't have between conventional weapons and nuclear weapons. It's a gap. That's what they miss, or they miss the volume of conventional weapons and the number of people that they decide to send to the front. It's a decision. When people say, well, you know what, Russia ran out of people. Russia doesn't have any more. I don't think so. I think it's a conscious, intelligent, logical, whatever you want to call it, decision not to send but a certain number of people. They after all, I mean, you say what, mobilization? If they do that, what are they going to do with the world? But with the world and Ukraine first, right? But you need weapons. So I think I might dare to say that this might have been maybe the bare minimum necessary in their initial assessment to accomplish their goals. Well, I don't think so. And I think they're aware of that too. If I am from here, I think they know better. So I think they realize, well, the minimum effort that we thought we were going to put in this did not work. Tactical mistakes, whatever. The Ukrainians are good, the Ukrainians are helped. Okay, I got that one. Because Russia is not fighting against Ukraine. Fights against Ukraine, but Ukraine receives whatever from the many countries that are back. So their finance and all that. Okay, got it. But you have to either bring the second echelon of weapons and troops, if you have them, and finish the thing. Or how far are you going to go? And what are you doing? Do you let the Ukrainians attack you so then you can find a justification to drop a few nuclear bombs and say our national security, our statehood was challenged and threatened and so on? That's why I don't know, it could be. Say, well, conventionally we can't go on with this. We don't want to risk it. So they're going to win, and then we say, stop. If you continue with this, we're going to bomb you. Could that be possible? Could be, but we'll find out. Thank you very much for being with me again today. So far, these guys are allowed to hit within Russia proper. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.